to all Miss Philippines Earth followers joining us online. Isang makakalikasang gabi sa inyong lahat. My name is Amira, your host, and welcome to the presentation of delegates vying for the title of Miss Philippines Earth 2022. It has been the pageant tradition to highlight different aspects of the environment each year. For 2022, Miss Philippines Earth walks on the wild side as it puts the spotlight on the country's endemic species, some of which are facing extinction. And in tonight's presentation, you will get to know more about the beauty of the Philippine wildlife and, of course, the beauty of a Filipina. This year's delegates come from various parts of the country. Very special. Mars Franz! Hi, Mars!
Hi, Mars! Good evening! Gusto mo yun? Ang
evening! Of course, syempre!
Good evening, everyone! Again, isang makakalikasang gabi, even though, Mari. Good evening, Mars!
Hello, everyone! Bayugan?
Yes? Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan. I'm Nice Lampad, 21, representing the rice, corn, and cut flour capital of the province of Agusan del Sur, Bayugan City, and my chosen fauna is the slender-billed crow. Slender-billed crow is a pasturing bird located in the highlands of the Bayugan City. I chose this crow because it represents a legend in my city amongst our Manubo indigenous people. According to them, specifically the Manubos of the barangay Pinagalaan, located at the highlands of Bayugan City, there was once a beautiful enchantress that roams and protects the forest from the foreign invaders, of course. One day, these foreign invaders were cutting down trees, but were struck when they saw a murder of crows screeching above them. They believed that it was the enchantress who transformed into crows to scare or shoo away these invaders. Up until this day, these areas are considered sacred and enchanted. With this, the Banubo tribe were able to create dances such as the Inuak dance. Inuak means crow, that depicts the movement and the behavior of the crow. And this legend of crow is a significant rhetoric, not just for the people of my city, but also for the universe, to remember that there will always be bad consequence if we mistreat nature. And I want to be that enchantress who protects the earth. The very reason why we campaign for the hashtag Nice to Save You is because it is always fulfilling for me to put my best foot forward in saving the earth. But I cannot do it alone. I need to gather a community of earth advocates, just like the group of crows in the legend, to join me. So I am maximizing my influence to campaign for sustainable and eco-friendly tourism initiatives, which is focusing on tourism. For us, we that the world is opening its borders for tourists, and tourists can harm our nature just like trespassers in the legend. Therefore, it is imperative to intensify our campaign for eco-friendly tourism to protect our environment for the harms that tourism may cause in the different parts of the earth. That is all, and thank you.
Wow, thank you, Miss Bayugan. Said with such conviction. And may I say tonight, you do truly look like an enchantress. You are so gorgeous. I love your outfit, your background, it all matches. Ang galing mo, girl. Pero for now, let me give the stage to Mars Franz to give you our nag-aalab na tanong for tonight.
Thank you, Amira. It's nice to see you, Nice. Diba? Hello, Nice. Magandang gabi or maayong gabi sa inyong tanan dira sa Agusan. My first question is, we know that crows sa atin kasi parang medyo negative side siya kasi 'di ba parang na ano siya parang na ano nga ba to parang na-associate siya in parang mga scary movies or what not. My question to you is, what makes this fauna of yours unique that you will say that ano siya, na nare-reflect siya sa personality mo?
One thing that I want to say is that crows are very intellectual. They have this intelligence, and I believe that reflects me. And remember the fable, the Aesop's fable, the crow and the pitcher, where the crow puts pebbles in the pitcher to make the water rise for them to drink. I think in reality, crows use tools, their knowledge, to adapt and to survive. And that is one thing that I am very proud of, because I am resilient just like them. I use my knowledge to influence and to advocate for a cause. And it is something that we should take inspiration on towards these crows. They are not just negative connotation, like they bring death, but they are more than just this negative connotation. They have purpose, and they are vital for our ecosystem. And I hope that will change it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Nice. Back to you, Amira. What is your question naman?
Ayan, thank you, Mars. All right, Miss Nice. My question for you, since you already mentioned eco-tourist spots kanina, I just want to ask you, what is the importance of ecotourism spots, and what makes it different from just tourist spots? Ano yung significance niya for the environment?
The difference from ecotourism to tourism is that ecotourism emphasizes on the protection of the community. They are not just giving or they're just pulling tourists, but they also protect the environment. While pulling tourists from different countries, they also protect through sustainable activities such as PlayGo, cleaning as you go, or creating or proper waste segregation. And that is something that is unique when it comes to ecotourism.
Ayan. Thank you, Miss Bayugan. I love your answer. And I hope to go to Bayugan City one day since I'm not very familiar. Ayan, so thank you. You have done your part tonight. Napakagaling mo. Now, let us move on to our next delegate, Miss Bauang La Union.
Hi everyone! Naimbag nga Rabiit. My name is Valerie Flores Paulite and I am 23 years old. I am proud to represent the Fruit Basket of the North, Municipality of Bauang, Province of La Union. I am blessed to live in a place near the mountains and the seas. Actually, my municipality has rivers, swamps, estuaries, beautiful beaches, and even mangroves, which leads me to choose my chosen fauna, which is the Argus manalensis that you can see behind my bag. Argus manalensis is endemic catfish that we can see in the islands of Luzon, specifically in the Pasig River or Laguna de Bay. Here in my municipality, we have a lot of catfish, but Kanduli we do not have. That's why if I would be given a chance, I would like to cater to preserve and multiply this species. Since one of the projects of our LGU is to develop the underutilized rivers into mangroves. That's why we have the Bakawan Eco Park. Let me tell you a fun fact about my chosen fauna. Actually, male catfish, or this kanduli, incubates eggs in their mouth that will last for 6 to 8 weeks. And once the eggs were hatched, the catfish or the male catfish will be the one to cater and give shelter to them until the time that this baby catfish will go and swim independently. Something that I can relate to the Miss Philippines Earth Organization. All of the candidates are being incubated, being honed, being improved as an eco-warrior. And this will not end at the end or when the event will going to stop. Actually, all of us will be winners because we will stand as an eco-warrior to our economy or our society, I should say, that will be able us to think Miss Philippines organization later on. That's why I am happy to be part of it. Again, siya ni Valerie Flores Paulite, mangirepresenta iti napintas ang munisipyo iti Bauang, probinsya iti La Union. Agyaman ako.
Wow, thank you, Miss Bawang La Union. I love your background, so creative, ha? Oh, pero again, I will give the stage to Mars France to ask our first question for you.
Hi po!
Good evening sa'yo. Question ko sa'yo is, what characteristic of catfish na masasabi mong same kayo ng personality or ng characteristic of this fauna na nare-represent mo ngayon?
Well, aside of the fun fact that I've told earlier, the catfish are so selfless. You know, they can even not eat and left themselves hungry until their stomachs will deteriorate. Something that we really need in our society today. We must be selfless. We must give unconditional love because that is what our world needs. That is what our Mother Earth needs. We already take advantage of our Mother Nature, and right now it's time for us to give back and restore our environment. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ang galing naman. Back to you, Amira.
Thank you, Mars. All right, Miss Bawang. Since Mars already asked you about your chosen fauna, let me ask you about your province. So, La Union is known as a tourist spot known for its beaches, and you mentioned kanina the different water forms. So, I want to ask you, even if us as outsiders see it as a tourist spot, what is the most pressing environmental issue in La Union that we don't know about that you want to give awareness to everyone?
Well, La Union is known as the surfing capital of the North. And we have lots of tourists here, especially in the coastal area. One thing that I want to address right now, even to all of our tourists, our loving tourists, is that we must clean before we go. And we should always think of the pollution that we create. So we must always be aware of what we are doing. I mean, La Union can give us the entertainment, the relaxation, but despite of that, we must always consider not to harm La Union or not to harm our environment. You can still come and visit us actually. Just be eco-friendly, please, please, please. Thank you so much. Agyaman ako.
Thank you. I definitely agree. Yes, Mars.
May question ako kasi yung La Union kasi nakafocus lang talaga yung tourism nila in San Juan.
Yeah.
What Bawang La Union offers naman sa amin na hindi pa nakakapunta sa Bawang? Kasi lahat pumupunta sa San Juan La Union eh. So ngayon, parang first time ko marinig yung municipality or yung city ng Bawang. Miss Bawang, would it be okay if you could share to us the highlights ng city mo naman?
Thank you so much for asking that question. Now I am given the opportunity to showcase how beautiful Bauang is. Actually, we are already developing the Bakawan Eco Park. That's what I want also to share to other people. So thank you so much. Bakawan is a mangrove tree that became a shelter to the marine life or marine species. And it's not just that, it protects the houses living in the coastal areas. That's why when we have typhoon, when we have storm surge, the waves will be calm and the houses will not be affected. That's why last activity of the Menro office that I researched is that they planted, or the LGU together with the PNP, together with the BFP, planted 7,000 mangroves propagules, and I am happy to hear that. Here in Bauang, you can visit grape farms as well, and also our Bakawan Eco Park. Come and visit Bauang, guys!
Yan, wow, that's great. Sana nga makapunta kami ni Mars dyan sa Bawang. Grabe. One day. Yes, I will hire you as our tour guide.
Oh, sure!
All right. Now, let's move on to our third delegate for tonight. We are halfway through, guys. Let us have Miss Fil-Com Dubai, UAE.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. I've been waiting for this moment to finally share to you my chosen fauna, which is the hawksbill turtle. And let's just share to you my screen.
UAE terrorist favorite, the camel, or its national animal, the Arabian parrots, just to support you a little bit of that. Because Dubai is not just about the car, the desert. There's so much more to real estate. Fell in love more with the ocean and its inhabitants. One of his creatures is my chosen fauna, the hawksbill turtle. UAE is home to 2 of the 7 species of turtle that are critically endangered, and the hawksbill turtle is one of them. Their main role in the marine ecosystem is to preserve the reef community, a home for thousands of marine species by consuming sponges, aiding the coral's growth. So if you're planning to visit Dubai soon, I'll tour you around and maybe we can dive together and see Dubai's finest wonders underneath.
Thank you, Miss Fil-Com Dubai, UAE. Wow, such creative video. I loved seeing the turtle and the camels and the sand. You know, it made me miss Dubai. I really wish I were there. All right, Mars fans, the floor is yours.
Hi, Miss Dubai. Crisdaline, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hi, good evening or good afternoon in Dubai.
Yes,
Diba?
it's evening in the Philippines.
Parang 4 p.m. ata dyan sa Dubai.
Okay.
And I see kanina that your chosen fauna is turtle. And we know that turtle is very gentle. For you, Mars, Crisdaline, what made turtle unique from other faunas here in the world?
One thing that would make hawksbill turtles specifically unique is that their main purpose, as I have said in the video, is to preserve the coral reef, which is the storehouse for thousands of species in our marine biodiversity, in our marine ocean valleys. And that is one unique thing about them, which I want us to embody as well, to protect our home, to protect the home for thousands of species living here, and to let it breathe for us to live and have a better future for our children as well.
Thank you so much. And follow-up question ko na lang sa'yo, Crisdaline. We see also that turtles, very calm and very vulnerable. How can we protect them? Kasi dito sa Philippines, parang meron kaming parang ordinance na we don't use straw because straw, minsan, yun yung nakamamatay sa mga turtles. Diyan ba sa Dubai, same lang din that there is a strawless ordinance to protect turtles?
Yes, actually there is, and I do agree with you that most of the time there are straws are endangering the turtles, and that's what we have done before. We have done the ocean cleanup, which we gathered Orgas certified divers in order to clean us down there. It was really terrible to see those creatures living that kind of life. But then we have to understand that we, as human, we are leaving impact whether we are just here in the surface. The trashes that we throw away, it's not just roaming around everywhere. It's not just roaming where we can see them. It's going underneath as well. And that's why I would like to take this opportunity as well to raise awareness that in every action that we are taking, there is always the consequences, and we should be mindful, we should be conscious. And that simple thing would save the Mother Earth.
Thank you so much, Crisdeline. Back to you, Amira.
Ayan, thank you. Yes, Chris Dylan. Hashtag save the turtles nga naman, di ba? Tamang-tama. Okay, I have a fun question for you lang. So, since you are living in Dubai and there are a lot of animals there that are not here in the Philippines, if you were given a chance to have a pet, any pet in the world, to be your pet, household pet, what would it be and why?
Well, actually, it was a funny question because I just adopted a stray cat, which he is a homeless cat where nobody gives him food. So I just adopted him. It's just we're on our way to do our diving for my certification to prepare me for the cleanup. And I just saw this cat. He's so cute. He's so bad, and his name is No. And yeah, aside from that, I have also fur children in the Philippines, two dogs, and so here I decided to adopt a cat. Now I have those two, which are considered to be the man's best friend.
Wow, that's so cute. I also have a soft spot for cats. I feed a lot of cats in my barangay. So, ayun, thank you, Miss Dubai. Let us move on to our next candidate for tonight, Miss Makakti City.
Hi, everyone. All right, good evening. Hi, my name is Katrina Martinez, representing the city of Makati. I am 24 years old, and my chosen fauna is a butterfly species called Arhopala aronia. Let me just put it on screen. There. Hold on. All right, so Arhopala or aranya is endemic to the Philippines. We all know that butterflies are extremely adaptable to their environment and climatic conditions. And not to mention, when it hatches, it brings so much color to life. I'm also a firm believer of the butterfly effect, in which everything happens for a reason. Butterfly is the power of air and the ability to float upon a breeze. Thus, it represents the mind and our ability to change when necessary. Butterflies also represent the never-ending cycle of life. In a way, I sort of relate to a butterfly because growing up, I was a shy kid. And when I grew up, I became a host/reporter. So that was kind of weird for me, but that happened, yeah. They're very social and friendly, and I relate to that as I grew older. So yeah, that's my chosen fauna.
Thank you, Miss Makati. You're such a beautiful storyteller, as beautiful as the butterfly behind you.
Thank you so
Our
much.
friends, what's your question for Miss Makati?
Hi, Trina. Very pretty. Hi,
Thank
Mars. You have niece or nephew na? Meron ka na bang niece or nephew?
I do not have a nephew or niece po.
Pero may mga family friend ka na merong mga babies.
Yes.
Alright. So my
Yes,
question to you is, my question to you, if ever na i-describe mo ang fauna mo, which is butterfly, to a young kid, how will you describe your fauna to a young kid na maa-appreciate nila ang fauna na nire-represent?
To a kid, I would tell them that butterflies are very beautiful. As you can see, each butterfly, there are so many different species of butterflies, and you would see them, and it's like it sort of fascinates you because they have different types of, as you can see, different types of designs and everything. And I would think that as a kid, I would tell them that they have to really love themselves for their uniqueness and for everything, because nowadays people tend to, especially for the young kids, they tend to compare themselves to people on social media. We would see beautiful pictures, but in reality they're not really like that. So to a kid, I would tell them to just look at a butterfly and just appreciate its beauty. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trina. Back to you, Amira.
Thank you so much. Wow, ang ganda ng tanong mo, Mars. Parang ayokong sundan. Pero ito, I have a question for you, Miss Makati. So, Makati is a very big city, di ba? It's the center
Yes.
of industrialization. A lot of people work there. So, a lot of people can assume that Makati also has a lot of pollution. Pero, paikutin natin yon. Can you tell us the good things about Makati? What are your efforts to protect the environment as a city?
Yes, actually, the city of Makati is recognized by the World Wildlife Fund as one of the 3 cities that is the most environmentally progressive LGUs in the Philippines. So we have different programs here, such as home composting methods and programs that really just promote recycling products. So here, residents are allowed to collect waste and get equivalent points in which they're recorded by several programs, and they can trade those points to grocery items and such as canned goods and stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm very happy that my city is doing that for the environment.
Wow, thank you, Miss Makati. And also thank you, Makati City, for shedding light on this because I learned something new from you tonight. All right, thank you so much. Let us now go on to our last delegate for the night, Miss Legazpi City.
Hello. Good evening po. Let me just share my screen with me.
All right.
There you go. So, ayan, okay na po. Okay. So, just marhay na banggi sa indong gabos. My name is Erica Binatan, and I am an advocate of marine conservation. And I'm so proud to present my hometown, the city of fun and adventure, Legazpi City, Albay. So, my chosen fauna is, the fauna that I would like to share with you tonight is the Philippine Cobra. The reason that I chose this is because I am in awe of the beauty of such a dangerous creature. You see, but what I would like Filipinos to understand is that they are extremely misunderstood. Because when you hear the word snake, what usually comes to mind? For me, what comes to my mind is that they are venomous. They are there's danger when there's a snake, and then sometimes even death. But what more when you hear the word Philippine Cobra specifically? You see, they are one of the most dangerous snakes, and in the same time, they are actually included in the top 3 most venomous cobra in the world. O, diba? Pasok na sila, may corona na sila, kasi they're included in the top 3. That's how venomous they are. But even though they are such dangerous creatures, the International Union of Conservation of Nature would label them as near threatened. That means they are close to being endangered. Okay, so the thing is, you have to see that the Philippine Cobra plays such a vital role in the balance of the ecosystem because they are nature's pest control. When you say nature's pest control, they are the ones who kills the rats, the shrews, the birds, and other pests in our nature. I believe that the biggest threat to the Philippine Cobra includes extreme deforestation. Because of extreme deforestation, their habitats are being destroyed. Another is that they are being poached for collection of exotic food trade, which is very unfortunate. In the same time, illegal pet trade. Another threat is that they are being collected and used for the anti-venom production by the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine. Lastly, they are being slaughtered in agricultural areas, which for me is actually the saddest truth, because we have to understand that the Philippine cobras are not the ones invading our lands, but we, the human beings, are the ones who are destroying their habitats. That is why they have no choice but to explore for other places to live in. So I encourage everyone to please research. I would like everyone to educate ourselves when it comes to different species of Mother Nature, from our pets, the cats and dogs, and even to the most venomous snakes like the Philippine Cobra. We have to understand that each and every species plays a vital role for the balance of our ecosystem. Once again, my name is Erica Binatan, representing Legazpi City. Just mabala sa indong gabos.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Legazpi. You know, as a biology student, this was such a delight to listen to because you explained it very well, and I also love learning about new animals I was previously scared about. All right, but before my question, let us have Mars Franz ask you first. Mars?
Hi, Mars Erica! Magandang gabi!
Maaaring na bang
Mars, kanina you said that your chosen fauna is Philippine Cobra, which is usually misunderstood.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. My question is, personal question ko sa'yo. Ano yung usually na misunderstood sa'yo ng mga tao and why?
Oh, thank you. I really like that question because you see, when people look at me, they see that I am very mataray. Which is okay. I don't mind. I mean, I can't blame them because I do have a certain look. But the thing is that I feel like they misunderstood me. That I am not just mataray. I am also kind. I am friendly. I am many other qualities besides being having, this kind of face. So I guess that's what is being misunderstood when it comes to me personally.
Follow-up question ko, Mars Erica. Same as mga question ko kanina sa previous na mga candidate. What characteristic of Philippine Cobra that makes parang shadow you as a person? Or ano yung parang scene kayo ng personality ng Philippine Cobra?
You see, Philippine Cobras actually, their first form, kumbaga, is they're not really, their necks aren't up, they aren't uptight. That's the natural form of Philippine Cobras, I'm sorry. That's their form, that means they're not threatened. And then the only time that you would see their necks up is that when they are threatened and they feel like they have to defend themselves. I believe that that's in the same time, I am like a Philippine Cobra because I don't like fighting. As much as possible, I would love to keep the peace. But then sometimes when you are edged in a corner and you have nothing else to do but to defend yourself, then that's the time I would defend myself.
Thank you, Mars Erica. Back to you, Amira.
Thank you, Mars. Okay, so Erica, I can see that you're such a great speaker. You look like you would reach a lot of people, especially in a pageant like Miss Philippines Earth. And pageants like this, it can influence other people to do good, like what you're doing now. But even if the Philippines is a pageant-loving country, not everyone watches pageants. So how will you reach the people who don't watch pageants, especially in your place, to do good, to protect the environment, and to follow your advocacy?
I believe that my answer would be very common, which is I would share my journey through social media. But the truth is, it is what is it's common because it happens. You see, it's very effective. In the same time, that's how you can reach more people, by showing to people how you start your journey by yourself, how you can conserve how you can conserve nature, and for me, how you can conserve marine life. So it all starts with social media, and hopefully it ends in a way that you can influence other people in a more wide aspect.
Great, I definitely agree. Thank you, Miss Legazpi City. You did great tonight. And so, there you have it, friends. The second batch of exceptional ladies competing for Miss Philippines Earth 2022. Let us know what you think by following and subscribing to our social media accounts, and we'd really love to hear from you. This is just the beginning of another colorful journey for these ladies. We have lots of exciting events lined up leading to the grand coronation. So be sure to get updated with the latest happenings on Miss Philippines Earth 2022. So on behalf of Carousel Productions, this has been Amira Almamari, and with me, Mars Franz. Thank you very much for joining us, and let us continue to save our planet. Good night, everyone!
Woman of the earth.